Grand Risings, family, Grand Risings. Everybody's up, everybody up. Out, rest out, rest out, out. Right, right. What a beautiful rising. What a beautiful risings. Ah, beautiful. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Don't let them tell you anything right now. Don't nobody tell you nothing right now. Why? Because We are the ones who are coming through strong. You are the ones who are going to come through strong, girl. There's nothing, nothing, nothing that is standing in your way. Your way. Give thanks to the risings. Give thanks. Boy, what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. What a day, what a day, what a day. As we move into this day, we generate the peace and unification that is needed upon this planet. Peace is our nature. All actions, all thoughts are that of peace. As we reach out to those who are around us, we wish them peace. In our mind's eyes, we are reaching out to the world and we're wishing them peace. In our mind's heart, it beats calmly because we are peace within ourselves. The breath that we breathe in and breathe out is pure in mind, within thought, with intention. These are the ways of us being and existing within this realm of existence. All that we have, all that is, and all that was is to bring you to this moment. This moment. There's a million and one conversations going on in my head right now. Million and one conversation. And I'm going to say, thank you for the arts. Thank you for the arts right at this moment. The arts of expression, the arts of interpretation. We are the ones who go and review these things because we allow the impressions of those to come into our subconscious, whether we know or we don't know, or we want to know. We allow these interpretations to be part of our makeup, to be part of our structure. Words of wisdoms that is imparted to us through the airways here on the galaxy of Hawaii.net. We speak as one. We come together as one. We are one family. One family. So we move together as one. Man, woman, child. We are one. We move together as one. The galaxy family. Pouring of libation. It invites those who have been to be with us. Pouring of libation. We reach to those who are in a different realm at this time to be with us. Pouring of libation. We ask for the ease and wisdom, and we can hear your words and essence of what you have left with us. Pouring of libation. We give thanks to the writings of those who were before, pouring of libation. We speak the words of our purity of inner standing, pouring of libation. We open our ears and our eyes to the learning and teaching that is going to be approaching us for this day. Pouring of libation. We give the strength to the youngs who are coming through, because your time will be there when you will be the leaders of this realm. And we call those names of inspiration, of our time, our lives. We call those names to show we have appreciation of our foundation of existence. And even if we can't remember those names at this time, we bring their faces, we bring their presence in remembrance in our mind's eye, and we embrace them. We embrace them, and we pour the libation of our tears in true appreciation. Here on the galaxy of we start our day with peace in our minds, peace in our hearts, and that the spirit of peace is what comes and emits from us all out to the world. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. It is done. It is done. It is done. Words of wisdom are all around us. Let me give you some words here and share some words with you. Written Sometimes the observation of those who have gone before lays the path of where we are right now. Even now, we are still allowing these warmongers to govern over us. We're allowing this. We are allowing it. Is it time for you to stand up? Is it time for you to take action? Is it time that all of us really be held accountable? And when I say accountable, take responsibility. Half the world is crying. A percentage of the world is dying. But yet, there is the message. And those of us who are living in peace and unification within our own homes, why do we not come and put this out to the world? Why is it that we are only so blinkered that we do not see that it is absolutely necessary for us to stand as one now against the world? Why are we still hiding behind the curtains, looking at what is happening out there? We're allowing our youngs to move in a disruptive, self-destructive way without even batting an eyelid. Our hearts are hardened to the cries, to the murders. Our hearts are hardened when we have our young people literally walking up and down on tender hooks, in that state of alertness, continuous, and then they are ready to move against an innocent or vulnerable person, and then they are ready to really murder them. They don't care. They do not care. Or is it that they have conditioned themselves to such a level that they feel that they are right? They are right. They are right to do what they're doing because they say, we're at war. We're at war. But yet, you ask any of them, why are you warring? Why? I'm yet to hear the answer. I'm not going to put the words of what I would expect them to say or I would want them to do, to say. I am yet to hear the answer. I am yet to hear the answer. Do not do not feel that we know all the answers are. And the reason is because we do not know the answers. And that is the truth. We do not know the answers. right? And we are just repeating a pattern of when, when there has been a war, a
Mm,
war state, right, for generations, and then you
yeah.
ask them, and as I just asked, why are you doing this?
Mm,
And then they have no answer.
mm.
And they may
Yeah.
even say, as you said, well,
Mhm.
it's my family. This is what we do, and or I live in my area, right? So therefore, I support this football team. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly. You see,
and
that's a good example.
they have it. They have it like a badge. They wear it like a badge. Yes, this
Yeah.
is me. I am born here, and this is what I am and who I am. And you think to yourself, wow,
Yeah.
wow, you mean you
It's
you impose this restriction on you, right? And you label yourself because what? You just happen to come into existence in this spot? Yeah?
Yeah. They don't know knowledge of self, man. It's that's a great example. What you give two great examples. One of being in a wartime
Mm,
and total devastation,
mm,
where the survivors now has never dealt with the issues of the trauma of that warfare.
mm.
We've never dealt. It's just like we carried on trying to survive, and then
Yeah,
that's been a norm.
it's a
And like you
norm.
said,
We don't even feel
when you was talking about the
the pain. We don't even feel the pain of the death of anyone. You have a,
mm,
for instance now, right? Our sister, your neighbor out there in
mm,
the Gambia,
mm,
murdered by
mm.
her house servants. I
I'm,
would
I'm,
say,
I'm, I'm
sorry to say that.
traumatized. I'm
House
still,
helpers,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
Why? Why? For
It's-
£1,000?
this is why you see, that's a typical example of you see, when these things happen,
Mm,
this feeling of what I'm feeling is like so I can't even describe. It's like for it's like foster. It's like so many things. This is why people do need therapy. And I'm so glad the opportunity to even speaking to Galaxy
mm,
and yourself about it. Because but those are typical examples of these things happen, and we continue, and we and like the results of that.
mhm,
When you start lashing out at your children or your family or your co-workers, and
mm,
you don't know, you don't know why really, you know what I mean? But that's because of the traumas that you haven't dealt with. They're coming back. You
mm,
understand? And when you said about the families,
mm,
it just made me think of like especially us from the Jamaica, carry us beyond Jamaica, and then they say our name is Smith, our name is Walker, I know, and it's like yeah, well, my people, they're Smith from long time and all, from generation. Them live in a St.
mm,
Catherine.
mm,
That I feel we name.
mhm,
They don't even they don't even look at the history of how they got that name. It's kind of blood. It's like almost they forgot it, and then they're defending.
and
So that's almost
they
like
defend. Oh,
a
we're a
Jewish
big
person.
family.
When they stamp. Go ahead, sir.
They say, well, yeah, we are a big family. We're strong. There's
Yeah,
enough of we down there, so
yeah.
right. And
We
I
are
think,
Semit, and we
and
are
and
we are
when all right
this
then, we've been we have been positioned in a place of that we can see it from the outside,
right.
right?
Exactly.
We see and we have learned the true story of our existence, whether it is directly related or indirectly related to. But there's going to be a similarity for the majority of us, of the
Mm,
Caribbeans, of the
hmm
Europeans, right? So in one way or another, that our families have been part of that transatlantic slave imposition that was imposed
mm,
upon us, right?
mm.
So therefore, even though some would say, you know what, I'm not a slave, and then you look at them and you think, you really, really? So
The
let me
behaviors.
let me
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, and this is just a little scenario. Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Goes, do you work? Good, yeah. He goes,
Hmm.
do you own a business, or do you work for someone? And the majority of us are going to say, oh, we work for somebody, right? I said,
Hmm.
okay, okay. So you work and you give your time. He goes, yeah. So when you're there, when you get a payment, yes? And they said, yes. And I said, okay then. So the government, which has no who do things without your interest, in fact, they actually oppress you. How much do they take out your money? These oppressors, right?
Yes.
And they say, and and then they break it down. And I said, ah, so when you go and you buy and you purchase anything in this place that you are free, how much taxation are you paying again? And they will tell
You
you.
see,
And I said, okay, then.
you're trying to break it down to them, but it still doesn't register.
It
And
still
this is the
will
thing
not
where they've got
register.
you brainwashed in terms of that's normality. So
That's right.
even to like you, for someone to even think objectively about that situation
Mm,
there, yeah. And we know that they teach us from school to
mm,
be consumers, and like
mm,
you said, to go and find a job. They don't teach us to get your own business and
mm.
employ people. So
They
that
don't
is
even
the thing of
talk.
schooling. That is
Don't even tell you
basically,
about
so for,
the,
for me to even know that and speak, like, have that conversation with you,
mm,
we're in tune to a slightly different frequency. But to the majority of sheeple people, that's normal. They,
mhm,
they think you're mad. They say, what you talking about? We have a job, I'm lucky.
mm,
We have a job. But yeah, you could be lucky you have a job, but you're not thinking objectively of,
mm,
like you said, like you break it down
mm,
to what the job is actually. The job is actually, you are still a slave, basically,
mm,
working for the system, putting it back into the system, putting that same money back into other people's hands in order for them to keep you down.
mm.
But you try to break it down, but the people ain't they can't see them kind of talk there.
Listen,
Most of them.
a lot of them reject it. They
Hmm.
reject it. Even with myself, is that I'm. Let me tell you something. I am still amazed that when I get acknowledgement of being a presenter on Galaxy, I'm still amazed with this, right?
Yeah.
But there
Mhm.
are those out there, as soon as they hear that you're a member of Galaxy or you listen to Galaxy, all of a sudden they want to be argumentative.
Yeah, but that's a good thing as well, because that means they feel that they can raise a subject with you,
Exactly.
whereas
And then when
they
they
couldn't
get
even
an
might not raise that with
answer,
their own family.
and when they get an answer, and I'm not saying this that I know everything or anything. I would never, ever, ever, ever
Mm.
put myself in that position of I know everything, right? But the things that I am aware of and I do know, I will share,
Hmm.
right? And it's only because I have repeated them and I have researched them on a regular basis that I can answer you probably quicker than what you would be able to
Mm.
comprehend, right?
But
And it's not everything I'm
also,
going to
that's the
tell you.
humility. That's the humility of a presenter as well, because as you know, if you do go on like if you do go on like everything,
Mm.
there's always someone that knows that subject better. They will twist you. So to be humble and say when you don't know, yeah, there's what that.
I'm
None of
laughing
us
because
can't
it's
be
true.
on
I'm
every
laughing
single
because it's
subject,
true. Yeah.
So you just be humble and say, well, I don't know,
Mm,
because there's always someone that would know better on that. That's their field,
mm,
you know,
mm, mm,
economics or medicine or,
mm,
we
mm,
don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
yeah,
mm.
yes, I just said that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As you're saying that, it's like when we have a theological talk, about like religious aspects, and then you will get the Christian always say, "And Jesus
Yeah,
said," and I think,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think, hmm. Well,
You say, oh Lord.
I never hear them quotations or anything. And then they're going to one long story about this and that and everything. And I go, well, boy, you what? Me never ever hear that one day.
Yeah, I'm having the same online. Baba Ranoko, he's got a Facebook. You can check this out. It's called in the museums and temples, or in the museums and temples with Ranoko, or something like that. Yeah, if you put in the museums, yeah, you find it. But the same argument there is online. You know, where one of them said the actual Facebook page is for just art and factual evidence, you know, arts and temples and what you see, you know, and our great monuments and writings and all that. But they still bring, they said, oh, the only person we need to know is about Jesus. So I put it, there's no historical evidence that Jesus ever existed. And I said, the Bible is not a history book. So they text me back and said, oh, so have you got any evidence that Jesus didn't exist? So I didn't even bother answer, man. I'm not even going down that road with them, man, because they just want to, that's going to go. There is no point, you know. There's no point. You understand? So yeah, it's everywhere, my brother.
I tell you, what are the things I have to admire with many of our presenters and our participants, callers, and everything, you know. I feel that you should be able to free to come, because remember, we don't know everything. You may be asking or sharing with us, in most cases, sharing with us something, right? And it's good to come and let's hear it, right?
Yeah.
But we don't. I don't feel say we should sit in judgment unless right, as it was pointed out, that it is an absolute wrong, you know, or incorrect. Yeah.
But
right?
You're right in what I feel, because when new information comes, you know, I'm happy. I'm like, my ears, because it's like, you don't hear those, you know, we hear a lot of stuff and we hear it all the time. We kind of know, it's not that we know everything, but we heard it. Yeah. So if someone from that faction could come and, you know, say, yeah, give us some new information, right? I'll be happy to listen, because my thing is to learn more and more what I can learn, you know. But if they come, I think they come with the same old Bible, you know, they would use the Bible. So once you dispel that, to say, look, that's not a historical book, that's allegories, and you know, you're saying it, you know, they have not got any arguments, you know. So I'll be happy, like you said. I'm not sure Galaxy, all of them would be happy. Prophet Kwaku says it all the time. You know, call in, you know, he's happy to listen and hear new arguments and new information.
And it's not
yeah, it's joyous.
It's not even to say, oh, we're gonna be here to tear you down, or and I'm gonna say this. I will say it like this as well. I will say it like this because I've seen how some of these street preachers, right? How they just debase and really tear down people, punch. And I think, how would anybody want to come to you anyway, right? How are you gonna entice anybody to come to you when you're talking about death, destruction? You're evil.
Have you seen those American Israelites, the way they handle the public when they're outside?
And that is the ones unfortunately, that is up forefront in my mind. They're the ones that's forefront in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Because they're there, and I'm thinking, okay, if somebody come to talk to them now, right? How do you?
They're afraid of you. They're scared of them.
Have a conversation, right? Because I know, say, if you come to me with a certain tone, I'm either going to switch off or I'm going to be switched right on.
Yeah, you're argumentative back. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's not rational. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's not listening to each other. That's not a conversation.
Exactly.
That's someone just shouting at you. You know what I mean? And just telling you.
Yeah. And I personally.
Let's go to chapter, verse 24, Genesis. What did it say? The Bible said, you are a devil.
mm,
You should be bowing down. It's like, the people must run from that, Bridget. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah. It does. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I feel that they need to reappraise the way they approach people, because I know said that if they are approached in that way, they would not like it.
No.
They would not like it,
Yeah.
right? But you know what? Hey, that's my feeling about
Yeah.
it. Some people love all that hype thing
Exactly.
because them go down there on Sunday to
Yeah.
to the
They got their
churches.
followers, man. They
They
all
go
got
to the
lots of followers,
churches
so there must be
and they
something that they're attracting to
yeah,
a certain segment of the people.
yeah.
And
And
I know that
I'm gonna
one is
tell you
very
about
misogynistic to me.
yeah.
It's very misogynistic where a woman can't do this, a woman must do that, and rare. So
Mm,
all these Abrahamic religions
mm,
are very misogynistic. They're very male dominated, and
mm, mm, mm,
as far as I can see, all these religions, the Islam over here, where women are even supposed to work. Like see, like our sister Shakina.
mm,
She often told me that the way they kind of it's twice as difficult for her. She had her own building company.
mm,
So, for her to tell the workers and certain things that a woman's instructing them, is to their psyche is something really unusual. So they find it hard to listen. So she had it doubly hard,
mm.
being a woman here in a male dominated place.
Hmm. It seems crazy, but you know what? That is how a lot of our sisters have experienced. That's what they've
Mm,
experienced, And in some ways, I'm thinking, well, who's allowed this? Who's
mm,
allowed this to happen? As I'm pointing out, because of like the situation that we're in, surely we got the backbone to stand up, organize, and overcome our oppression right now.
mm.
Surely we've got the amount of us who are still in existence that we could come together and say, you know what? As a global people, you don't treat us like this no more.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You don't
Mm-hmm.
treat us, and if you do, if you continue, we will blacklist you, right? In other words, you're not
Mm.
get nothing from we, right? And
But
anything that's associated with you, right, will receive the same.
it's us doing it. This is what I'm saying. Like at the top of the phone call, what I'm saying, it's
Mm,
us doing it to us,
mm,
brother. They no longer have to force us to do these things. We
mm,
are repeating them ourselves to ourselves. Like
mm,
you said, there's no one really holding the whip or a gun to say,
mm,
"Oh, you must fight down the woman. The woman's supposed to just stay inside a baby and clean and cook and
mm,
farm. They're supposed to toil in the garden while you drink a tire and smoke weed.
mm.
No, that's not no one's doing that. That's we doing that to ourselves. So
Exactly,
I don't know, brother.
exactly. But then there are those who will and those who won't, right? Because as you know, what goes on behind the closed door is a different thing to what they smile in your face with outside the
Yeah,
door,
true, true.
right? Right? And I'm sorry, and it does pain me to hear what happened to that sister over there in the Gambia.
Man.
It pains me, right? Because you know, hearing of the things that the sister was involved with. She was a massive activist,
Yeah, she
right?
was a soldier, man.
Living
She,
the life that she see and saw was true to her nature, right? And her family love her, Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she go there, and then this the fool person who come into the house there, and because of what? Because of what?
You know
Greed.
what's making me have like even it's making me sleep. My sleep is not good, you know, because when I start thinking of how she came to, what's bugging me is like this as I knew this sister. I know her physically, you know, as small. She's a tiny woman,
Mm.
beautiful woman, and just the way, just me thinking of how I'm kind of thinking of how this man must have dealt with her, beat her, and you know,
Mm.
killed her, and you know where she was found and all this. Like that's what's bugging me. It's like, how can you do that to this beautiful sister? You know, it's like that's I can't get that out of my head, man. It's
Well,
like me thinking this is why I'm calling. I need to
mm.
somehow just.
Well,
It's not making me sleep good, bro.
I
When I
was
start thinking
listen.
about her demise, how she ended. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah,
It's like a process. And
it's
the thing is, my brother,
it's it's,
right?
it's difficult, you know.
The thing is, my brother, right? I wanted to touch on the subject of that as well, right? In a sense of that, you know, we give reverence to those who are past, right? And the journey,
Mm,
what it has taken for them to go through their journey, their lifetime, yeah, right? And
mm,
even though you know it's a terrible thing that happened right there, and I'm not asking for people to be forgiving or anything that like this towards the persons who did this act, right? Because I
mm.
think it's what two of them was involved in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the details, you know,
Yeah.
but
But anyhow,
yeah.
two of them.
Apparently, it's one. I think Brother Huey, you know, but Brother Huey and Sister Angie were more closer,
Mm.
and I think he's actually back in the Gambia now, and he was saying it's one Sierra. Well, apparently, what they call it, when they're not guilty, you can't really
Sierra
say they're guilty,
Leone,
but
from someone from Sierra Leone area. Yeah.
yeah, one of the workers, like you said, a worker
Mm.
that actually done work. I think he actually done work for Huey as well. Like he's one of those boys that you would hire to just be a laborer and to assist the master builder. You know, he would, you know,
Mm.
make
Mm.
bricks and do a handyman type of thing. You know, and there's a lot of them that come from, especially those countries like Sierra Leone, Nigeria.
Mm. Mm.
There's a lot of them that come to do work here. You know,
Mm.
because even though the economy is not, you know, but it's better than their country. It's like they can get work here as
Let me
if they're
one
willing
of
to
the
do the work. There's lots of building work, you know.
let me tell
So
you
there is a
something.
lot of them other
Wherever
nationality.
there is
Hmm.
work, wherever I'm, and even with that, it's just how the situation is, just how life is. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you need work and you need money or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You
good.
would
Yeah, you
travel
don't grudge them.
wherever you need to travel. I myself, right? I was sent all around the world to go work, right? So
Hmm.
I'm no different than those people who go up and down, right, looking for work and finding work in other places. Yeah,
Mm.
right.
Mm.
I'm no different than that, and I was doing that
And
for nearly 30 years. Yeah.
mm. And then again, brother Aston, yeah, I'm sorry to cut you. Yeah. It's like this slightly xenophobic. Look at South Africa. Like you said, there's nothing wrong. You know, our brothers and sisters, like especially in South Africa, they leave their country, maybe set up a small business, try it because they can get work there. And then the same, I was saying, this is what I'm saying we do to this to ourselves, yeah.
Mm.
Our same Africans, you know, are xenophobic, even killing some of these people, burning down, you know, doing all kind of nonsense to their fellow Africans.
They
They don't see them as that.
there
But
was
yet,
there was a
the
there was a period over
mhm.
there, and I'm hope that is subsided now because I haven't seen any reports of it for a while now. But they were literally running everybody out of all the townships
Yes,
that
yeah,
weren't of the family of the Zulu nation or anything like that. Yeah, right.
yeah.
They were literally burning them and running them out. People had to literally get up and just run with whatever them had upon their back. Yeah.
And the shopkeeper here in the Gambia, right? He said a similar thing. So he said, right, this murder of this is it can be very detrimental to the Gambia, because
Yeah.
he said, right, if they don't deal with it, right, the locals themselves, yeah, these people, not like he said, not people like me who live here and go about their business, but the workers like that same these workers that come from other countries, they will do. He said that if the government don't do something, the locals will run them. They won't allow them to come in their communities. Because a lot of these things, the shopkeeper are telling me, these people are not Gambians. They are, you know, coming from other African countries, Senegal, all those countries what you mentioned, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. I said, there's nothing wrong with, you know, you have to congratulate them for getting up and wanting to do something, traveling to other countries. However, you know, when something like that happens, it gives all of them a bad name. And the shopkeeper told me yesterday, he said, listen, if they don't do nothing, you know, the locals themselves will take it into their own hands. And he said, you don't want to do that. And I was thinking, why? He said, no. He said, not people like you. But even he says that, right? Why? What's to distinguish me from them? You know, see it? So it could, if it's not dealt with, could get out of hand if these things continues to happen.
Well, my latest information is that they held the person. I think it was yesterday. They held them, and that they I don't know if they charged them yet, right? But they held the person who was the head, and they found
the money
items that they had stolen, right?
Yeah.
In their home, or where they were living, right? I say they because they've I think they found one and they're looking for another. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
it must have been a setup. And it is damning, right? Especially, like you said, if that's £1,000, I mean, if it's still in the British currency, right, that is almost closed case, because there's no way he's going to get that money. You understand? But if it's £1,000 in terms of Gambian money, it's still condemning, because that is a lot of money for there's no way, right, a labourer here, 1,000, you have to times that by, what's the currency now? 80.
About 80. Is it about 80,000?
85. Say about 85. Yeah. So 85 times 1,000 is what? How much? 85,000 is what? $850,000 or something like that. No, something like that. So there's no way he could get that type of money. You understand?
Or he wouldn't be walking.
So that alone,
he wouldn't be walking around with it in his pocket.
No, exactly, and that's too much of a coincidence. So, yeah, you know, I'm glad and my feelings towards that, you know, is that fire with fire and all that type of thing here. But yeah, who am I to, you know, you can't. I don't know, man. A beautiful sister, man. You know, it's just her face is in my head, and just I can't get it out of the way. These cowards.
This is how we need to really just talk, because like even as I'm speaking, I'm healing in myself, right?
Yeah.
Right? And to think that there are hundreds of our sisters, hundreds of our brothers who are going there, living there, right? And to think that they could be in that vulnerable position, right? And yes, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's that you are gonna get those who they've come there to do some work, and life can be a struggle, right? And they're gonna be looking on, oh, why is this person driving up in this nice car and all this, and look at me, I'm working my back foot off, and
jealousy and envy,
and why I can't even feed my family and all them things there, you know. And there are going to be those. There are going to be those, right? That are going to be looking on us or on those and saying their lifestyle is better than mine.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've heard of, like, you know, people where their homes have been broken into and ransacked and all them things there, right? I've heard of that. But you know what? you know,
the woman next door to me, Aston got, but I thought it was almost not impossible, but because we got some tick burglar bars, yeah. The compound literally over the road, someone sawed off the I don't know how they got in here up to now, but anyway, they got in and they burgled. This is literally something that you can hear. If there's banging, I can hear it, you know. I didn't hear nothing. So that's like close to home. They and what it is, the woman, her husband they're both there, but his husband is working in Sweden. So he was away. Apparently she must have went out to a gathering or something. So like you said, it's what she said to me is that the workers come in and when they do a job, like they're bringing 1 and 2 people, and so you don't know who these are. So obviously someone's watching her, right? Watching that, and you know, because it's like a really close. The houses are really close. So I'm thinking, how could they? And she said to me, she found evidence of the man eating a fruit inside their yard. Them yam the fruit and dash the skin down. So that's someone she knows, brother. Yeah. So, like you said, these people are watching you and they're envious and jealous for nothing. They don't know how you got that money. You know what I mean? They don't know what you've been through. So
right. So you know they you know look. This is how people are. This is how people are, and you know, let's say unfortunately, you know, the sister lost her life on this occasion. It could have just been ended up just being a robbery, right?
Yeah.
And then she would have lost like the money and all them things there if she wasn't there. You know?
You don't know if she put up a fight or because that sister there, you know, the way she deal with people, you know, I'm not speculating, you know, but especially if she know the worker, she probably say, hey, oh, what you deal with? And you know what I mean? Probably want, you know, tell him about himself. So I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, because but also like you're saying, but I'm not going to keep you much longer, but what about the sisters that we don't hear of? All those ones that are in Saudi Arabia, you know, go missing. There's thousands of our sisters in America that's missing. No one gives a monkeys about them, you know. No one, you know what I mean? So there's, as you said, there's thousands of our sisters and brothers who are in this predicament, but they never get they might not even get a mention. You understand? So
this is a thing, and I'm not leaving out the brothers as well.
Right.
I am not leaving out the brothers because you know how much of them get robbed over there, sir.
Right?
Yeah. You understand? Right? But pride and shame just hold them corner.
Yeah. Right? That's why I think the dog as well, you know. The dog as well, sometimes even though he still having bark as well, so they think twice. Stitchy, come, Stitch. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I thank you for the time, you know. I mean, they come to the end of the walk, you know. So, but I appreciate love you giving me the time, man, to air because.
All right then.
Yeah, man. The trauma, man. It can lick you, you know. The issues, you know. So
just give
you know, people don't
give thanks to life. Give thanks to life.
Yeah.
And just live in peace here, my brother.
Yes, sir. I will try, man. Give thanks, my brother. Right. Have a great day.
All right then. You too.
And respect to mommy as well, you know. Respect.
Yeah, man. Every day. Bless up, man.
Looking out across the nighttime, a city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window, sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime. For walls won't hold me tonight. And if this town is just another, will you take a bite? And if they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why? It doesn't do me that way. Oh, I tell you why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? It doesn't do me that way. Reaching out to a stranger. Electric lights are everywhere. And I see that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. And if they say why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? If they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? You know to do me that way. I love living this way. I love living this way. Ooh. Looking out across the morning, the city heart begins to beat. Reaching out, I touch your shoulder, dreaming of the street. And if they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? It doesn't do me that way. Oh, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? It doesn't do me this way.
Yes, Galaxy family. Yeah? What's going on? Grand Rising, family.
A place where I can find happiness. A place close to your loveliness. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. Where there's no time. Your love is divine. It must be like heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this, boy. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. A place in the shade. A glass of lemonade. Don't be afraid. Just love. Heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this. Must be like this. Wrap your love around me. Must be like this. It must be like this. It must be like a place where I can find.
You need that massage in the morning, innit? Get the circulation going. Get the blood circulating. Yeah? Get some herb tea. Make sure that it's the right one that you need for your body. Let it get up. When you rise up, we can keep chewing.
Early this morning, with a song in my head. Woke up early this morning, got out of bed. grab a pen and the paper, then started to write my story. Must be heard. Birds kept singing sweet, sweet songs. Call and response communication. Donkeys braying, horses nickering too. They just communicated naturally. Uh-huh. My neighbor, how do you do? Did you have a good rest last night? How about you, my neighbor? What do you say? Did you have a good dreams last night? Oh no. Good, good. Give a little light.
When the black man's word was spoken, yes, and the white folks thought it was a token, yeah. We have suffered our own lives through, doing things that you're not supposed to do, no. We were beaten till our backs was black and blue. To prove my survival, I was living in my own land. I was moved because of white man's land. Now I'm living in a white man's land. Living, surviving, living, I'm surviving in a white man's land. Yes, we don't want war or fighting, oh no. All we need is love and living. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have suffered our own lives through, doing things that they're supposed to do. We were beaten till our mouth was black and blue. Through my survival, I was living in my own land. It's moved because of white man's plan. Now I'm living in the white man's land. I'm living, I'm surviving, I'm striving. Lord, I know. God, you know. We don't want to
Hey, just going through some of these things here. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. But still, let me see how this one goes. I haven't even vetted this one yet. But let's see. All right, let me go. I saw them go on now. I saw them go on now. I have to say that if I true, then that then we have to really step up the game now. Britain's got talent, them say. Eh? Britain's got talent, you know. That's what them go on now. All right.
Another day in the system burning. Watching all my little brothers struggling and another day in the system slaving and the building up, tearing down, still nowhere going. Now tell me, is it the security that the leaders just don't care? If we should live or we should die, oh, so long as they get their share. Now tell me, what are we gonna do? People sugaring up for food. Must be willing to sacrifice. If we think you are the price, it's gonna be another day in the system burning. Watching all my little brothers struggling. Ooh, yeah. Another day in the system, slaving and building up, tearing down, still nowhere going. Well, you don't forget to call me sir. We're not friends of the same class. And keep a smile upon your face. Be remembered I'm the boss. We want us to think we've got no friends. We're living just to stay alive. But we're not giving up on life. Till we win the first prize. It's gonna be another day in the system burning, burning. But you know my little brothers struggling and oh, it's gonna be another day in the system slaving building up, tearing down, still nowhere going They wanna kill you for the truth, but for me it's been much too long.
Every day. Every day.
The old system is so wrong. Now tell me, what are we gonna do? people should arrange up for food. You must be willing to sacrifice. Cause if you think you're worth the price, it's gonna be another day in the system. Burning, burning, my life. Watching all my little brothers traveling. It's gonna be another day in the system. Slaving now. Giving up, tearing down, still nowhere going now. Another day in the system, burning, burning, burning. But you know my little brothers.
Brother Beres. Brother Beres bringing us into the next segment of our programs. Brother Beres. Boy, I tell you. What an artist. Serious, man. You know, one of the things that really amazed me again, right, is that, you know, the creativity of a lot of these artists and as I said, the expression of a lot of these artists as well. They just come with it, man. Come with it. You know? And boy, they know how to move you. They know how to move me. Anyway, they know how to move me. Because boy, when I hear some of them artists there, we just say, Lord, where they get that one there from? Where they get that one there from? And like if you know how some artists are, right, that they have taken their time. They have taken their time to cultivate their art. And it's not everybody can just write and just come with something so, right? You know, to make the one piece of works, the one song. Sometimes it take all 5, 10, 20 different songs to come together, to culminate, to make the one song. You know? They take it in a different direction. They take this one that way, this, you know? Right? And it's like a lot of these, when you see a lot of these artists as they go through time, you know one for like 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. And the transition that artist makes as they mature through their time as an artist, you know, with the different songs and things and how they express themselves and the different styles, what them come with, you know, and different interpretations, right? And, you know, we have to realize as well. We all go through the same transitions, life transitions. The things that we did and were, or who we were when we were young, teenage, early 20s, going into our 30s, is not the same as when we're in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And we should embrace each of those transitional periods. Enjoy those transitional periods. Respect who we are, where we are, and when we are, the time as well. You know? Even if I put it with something that happened over my time, the development of the telephone, when them things there, right? The only time that you could get telephone, you couldn't even have it in your house when I was younger. We couldn't afford them things in the house. And when we did get the phone in the house, you just a look on it. Boy, Boy, who I go call me now? Who I go call me? And I've never been one to really hang out on phone anyhow. Never, never. I've never been that type of person. Even now, I'm having problems. I'm having some serious problems with my phone right now, but I'm not losing no sleep over it. I'm telling you now, I am not losing no sleep over it. Right? Even though I'm having problems, but it's the thought. It's the thought that this phone, you have to go street corner. You have to go upon the high street to go make a phone call directly. Yeah? And then it was in your home. You can make a phone call from in your home. Yeah? And then the mobile come, and it's only the rich people who could afford them things there. It's only the rich people them. Right? And when they come with them rich phone there, and then all of a sudden it was just available to everybody. We couldn't afford it. A lot of we could never afford them things there. And now them a gateway like nothing. Them a gateway like nothing. And you could talk to anybody around the world. And it seems like it's an essential item that everyone has a phone. Everyone. And you can talk to anyone around the world. But yet, our quality of communication has deteriorated. Our quality of communication has deteriorated over I remember the blue paper, blue letter, right? It was written, the letters that were written on those things. Listen, they would write even on the rim of the letter to try and squeeze words in it. Now, you get a 2-line, 3-line text instead of the ramblings of a text that would be equivalent of those blue letter, international letters that you would get, right? And some of them are having some postal order in it or whatever. Yeah. Things have literally changed. And even now, to just send a money would take seconds. Yeah. As them call, they say, oh, I'm sick. And before they even try to explain to you, bling, it did it. Technology has developed. Unfortunately, the human interaction has not developed along with technology, because we're still carrying on the same foolishness. There's been no development. There's been no progress. There's been no progress. But let me tell you something. If we expect things to change without doing something about it ourselves, then guess what? Nothing now got change. Nothing now got change. Yeah? Nothing will change. And I will say to you, from the beginning and the foundations of our liberation to this day, it is up to us. It is up to us to pull ourselves into the future straight.
They want us to stay blind as a bat while they move sly as a fox. Oh boy, yes sir. People can't see it, many are blind to it. I get it on the way, things will no longer be the same. Oh no, here we go. All eyes on America. People of places want to be just like America, and I can't understand why. When you have beautiful places like Dubai, oh yeah, lies and propaganda. They speak of Africa. I shot from Nairobi to Addis Ababa and find the truth for myself.
The Morgan Heritage.
The world is more beautiful than you know. From Cape Town to Accra to Lagos. So much beauty my eyes behold. So much is food they have never told us. Like how much slaves died on Goree Island in Senegal. And how much never reached Caribbean islands. Why? That slave trade was wickeder than you know. I know they returned to Africa for the gold and diamonds. Well, they make it seem like the land is just full of poverty and hungry belly. What a terrible conspiracy. No, it's life. No, we are right to the truth. Oh, yeah. Stronger than ever. We are right to the truth. Oh, yeah. Stronger than ever. I cry for Jamaica. It hurt my heart to see my people of Jamaica. Don't realize the reggae music is the savior, preserving the knowledge of our former self. Check you baby in Gambia. If you never know, you would have been born and raised in a Jamaica too. Them love the culture, Rastafari culture. Them live the liberty as well. The lot of fullness there are. So the right to live where I'm loved and celebrate. No hate can keep me from anywhere in the world. No, it's easy. To the truth, oh yeah, I'm stronger than ever. To the truth, oh yeah.
Grand Rising, family, Grand Rising.
What's much simpler than they made it seem? Would you try to tell us anyway? See how they doing the things over there, and if you talk to something the fair just some time back when you was a little jack, and they said don't do this, child, don't do that, please. Maybe you said you do. Maybe you said you don't, but then you figured it out. So don't. Yeah, these the things up in the same.
Gotta get a black movie today. In my meditation is strong.
The future is determined.
We got to get a black movie out here, man. We got to get a movie out here. We got to create our own movies. Huh? Can you imagine your life being depicted as a documentary? Can you imagine that? Huh? How would it look? How would it look? We've seen so many depictions of others and how they see us. How would it look if you were to have your life as a documentary? Just give that a little thought. in that little thought. As I played this one, yes, sir. And this is one of our regulars on Galaxy here too. One of our regulars. Let me tell you something. Another artist full admiration of the creativity of this one, yes, sir. Isaac Haynes.
We people
We
who are
people
darker than blue,
that are darker than blue.
are we gonna stand around this town
Are we gonna stand
and
around
let what others say come true?
and let what others say
We're
come
just
true?
good for nothing. They all figure a boy's grown up shiftless chicken. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at?
What?
We people who are darker
Darker
than
than
blue.
blue.
This ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too.
Yeah.
Yellow girl, can you tell? You're just the surface of our dark deep well. If your mind could really see, you know
Brother,
you stand in your glory.
I can stand in your glory.
I know you're mine. If I tell you your story,
Genesis Kush. Genesis Kush. What a session you have yesterday now, eh? That's Ezekiel. Construction. Where you did it? Where you did it? Nico Mouse Royal Foundation. SG Vibe. Where you there? Brother Io,
get yourself together.
get yourself
Learn to
together.
know your side. Shall we commit our own genocide? Before you
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
I know we've all got problems. That's why I'm here to say, keep peace with me and I with you. Let me love in my own way.
Today's lineup. Brother Kwame, Sister Anoa, Empress Anoa, yes. And then we have Nana Ratata, and then we have like A Cable and SG Vibes, and then we have Dakai and King coming through the night. Night shift.
It's even better yet.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have a full agenda, full live music, full live entertainment. Oh,
When the time comes and we are really free, there'll be no brothers left.
you on the galaxy after with that.
We people who are darker.
Make sure that you cover up nicely out there, you know.
Don't let us hang around this town and let whatever say come true. We're just good for nothing. They all figure you. A boy's grown up shit is jail. Now we can't understand that. Is that really?
Yeah. Is that really where it's at?
It's thoughts, you know. Thoughts. And it's a pleasure to be in the presence of the I, full of high. You know, I and I.
And I?
Thought my mind make it spill up on the bed, but them still a go repeat every syllable me speak. I pick fill up in the evening, still up when you're sleeping. Food for thought, go fill up when you eat it. Then knowing not the truth, they're gonna speak it. Break a piece of bread, bring some beef with it. Me sight it on Orion's belt, I felt it. Oh, Zion when the lion knelt, I felt it. Hold my hand, Rome rioted. Those who overstanding what I have said. Do you know the plan the most I has set? Would you go the distance required then again? I got rock back a best or a rock a best. The oracle that could have never cracked under pressure. But as Jai's my altar, everything come after. I agree with love. I know that is real. All it is that you follow. It's lead, and you don't think I love me, and the mystery, when the conquering lion roars, victory, victory, cast the man of your hands up, never you go astray, them say a revolution, and man no sleep for days, no, time to go liberate, coming over with.
I have to come in with a lyric right now. There's a tune that's busting in my head right now. And I think the lyrics went a little bit like, what even used to say? Ooh. Hold on. It'll come. The fool who says that there is no God, no say that God is always with me, because I speak to him on a daily basis. And I don't feel say that you know that Jah is always with me. Something like that. Anyhow, something like that. I know that one know the tune. A fool say that there is no God, but I speak to him on a daily basis. Yeah, something like that. Anyhow, cha. Let me run this one back again for you.
It's just thoughts, you know. Thoughts. And it's a pleasure to be in the presence of the I, full of high. You know, I and I. Thought my mind make it spill up on the bed, but them still a go repeat every syllable me speak. I pick fill up in the evening, still up when you're sleeping. Food for thought, go fill up when you eat it. Then knowing not the truth, they're gonna speak it. Break a piece of bread, bring some beef with it. Me sight it on Orion's belt, I felt it. Oh, Zion when the lion knelt, I felt it. hold my hand, Rome rioted. Those who overstanding what I have said, you know the plan the most I have set. Would you go the distance required death again? I got rock back a best or a rock a besser. The oracle that could have never crumble under pressure. But as dries my altar, everything come after I agree with love.
I know that is real. All it is that you follow is lead. And to those who think I love will live. And of history, when the conquering lion roar, victory. You keep your heads up. Never you go astray. Them say a revolution and man no sleep for days now. Time people liberate. Dropping a barrel them alone. Go elevate. Unity strength to the whole we no separate. Emperor Selassie is never great. Emperor Selassie never late. Thanks for the blessing I still not lose faith. Someone not shut up amongst giant gates. Kid man could never destroy what I create. Vision could never be friends like love and hate. Listen up closely, I'll tell you straight. We are the chosen. Look in our face. It's in the open. It's sitting all over the place. One thing that I know, that is real. All it is just follow. It's lead. And to those who think I love.
What a beautiful life we have now, too.
When the conquering lion roars, victory.
Yeah, what? When the conquering lion roars, it's a victory. Just miss a call. Just miss a call. Call back again, please.
That is real. All it is just follow. It's lead. And to those who think I love it. And of history.
I know
When the
mystery.
conquering lion roars, victory.
What? Victory. I'm telling you, what a beautiful day we're gonna have. Yeah. In this world. Let's reach out to some that we haven't touched down with for a long while. Let's give them a little surprise, eh? And even if them owe you money, just tell them, say, yo, time. Buck them on their head and say, yo, time. Oh boy, I tell you, what a life we have, man. What a life that we really do have. You have to just give thanks for life, yeah? Coming up soon, brother Farming. All the best. I hope the healings are going right well, my brother Freddie.
We come a long way, but remember where we've been. I go back to the old beliefs again. To find a way that we can all survive and give our children
I can't live the life.
so long for us to hear. Say no words that drive us all to fear.
No more.
Just want the feel. Cause everywhere the message is so clear.
that we're all in the same boat, living in the world with just one hope.
Ooh, that's life all over. Living in a world with just one hope. War and peace have never been close friends. You know that the problem is no nation wants to live.
That's right.
To every evil and despair. Cry out loud, let us say, we're
All in the same boat.
with just one hope. But it's all right. Living in this open world. Spread some love. We are in this world together. Together, I know we can make it better. Love it from the heart. Love is just the thought of something. You know we're all in the same boat, living in the world with just one hope. Ooh, that's life all over. Living in the open world. Spread some love. Living in the world with just one hope. But it's alright. Living in this open world.
That's it, Uncle Freddie. I'm hoping that he's recovering very well. You know, because I tell you, when somebody get licked down, then where they takes time, but still, the body is extremely resilient when it comes to things like that. I tell you, right? And all the best to all those who are going through some challenging times right now. Yeah. This is GalaxyForWe.net. Grand Risings, people. Grand Risings.
Though it's hard to be, man still I carry it and do, even though it's a heavy load. Though it's rough, but I'm still loading on. Oh yes, yes, yes. Jah will never deceive me, no, no, no. Though it's hard to be, man still I carry it and do, even though it's a heavy load. Though it's rough, but I'm still loading on. Temptations may come my way, trying to break my flow, but I'm still loading on. They try to slander my name, thinking they would have gained all the fame and fortune from this. But they prevail. It's when it is time to rise and shine, no one stands in your way. Then who can stop the ends of time when the future's in despair? I believe sun's gonna shine for me one day. I believe sun's gonna shine for me one day. Jah is my source. When the evil come around me with force, He will never deceive me. He will always protect me. When the evil come around me with force,
Yeah, deny that, you know.
He will break asunder all the teeth of plunder. He'll destroy my enemies.
Every day.
He'll deliver me from the adversaries that seek to see me fall. Though through the valley of death, I won't fear, no, I won't fret. God is always with me. I believe sun's gonna shine for me one day. I believe for me one
Right at the running to the top of the hour. Up to 9 a.m. Our schoolers out there. Make sure that
Yeah,
you do
you
your
know.
best, you know.
Sometimes we feel down and feel like there's no hope out there. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Open
And
your
you feel
eyes.
like you're the worst of the worst. There's someone that's worse than you are. And the sun shines for each and every one as long as you have faith.
Not true. Not true. Until we meet again. Until we meet again. Galaxy family, live in peace. Live in peace, yeah?
This is my story. Come take a look. This is my Facebook. Oh no, you're not gonna hurt me no more.
Watch
I'm
out now.
done with this for sure. Gave you everything, but it seemed it wasn't enough. Treated you so gentle, never knew you were so tough. You told me I could trust you, but you always filled me with doubt. Even though I could always find you, you were still running about. You took all this love for granted, while you and your friends thought I was a fool. But now this affair has ended because of you, babe. Because of you, I cried. The day that I found out, when the truth came out of your mouth, I cried. The tears were there to see, to show the pain you brought to me. Took me to the movies, fancy places I like to go. And every time it's Valentine, my flowers would always show. Kiss me with a feeling that a love like was divine. Couldn't bring myself to believe you had someone else all the time. My intelligence you took for granted. Why would you wanna play it like you did? And now this affair has ended because of you, babe. Because of you, I cried. The day that I found out, when the truth came out of your mouth, I cried. The tears were there to see, to show the pain you brought to me. I gave you everything, but it seemed it wasn't enough. Treated you so gentle, never knew you were so tough. You told me I should trust you, but you always filled me with doubt. Even though I could always find you, you were still running